Hi, everyone. Is my voice clear? Yeah. Can you anyone please confirm me? Yeah. Is my voice audible? Can you please anyone confirm me?
Yeah, we are able to hear you.
Okay. Thank you. Um, I hope you can able to see my screen. Just a minute.
Yeah, we are able to see the screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Ali. Good morning. Welcome to Career IT. So, about myself, this is Vivek. I have more than 8 years of experience in automation. In my entire career, I used to work as Java developer and automation engineer. So as of I'm currently working with one of the banking US bank, one of the toppest US bank as an automation architect. So here, so in this course, we are going to be discuss about the automation. So today, just we are going to be discuss about that what are the different types of automations and which type of automation we are going to be learn. Then why we are supposed to be choose the selenium, then why we have to go with the Java, how much Java we are supposed to be learn, why it's required for us, then what are the topics we are going to be cover as part of this particular course. So basically, if you see here, what is meant by automation? So you can see automation. This is one of the very frequently using word in industry these days. Simple. Automation is nothing but here we are talking about the automation in software industry. Automation is nothing but whenever we are trying to test one of the software by using the another software. That's it. In simple way, here in software, just we are going to be validate. We are going to be crossing the required functionalities, the expected functionalities from the developed software, which we are going to be released into the market. Just we are really validating that software by using the another software. Simply, that is an automation here. That is an automation. But if you see here in market, you may hear about different types of automations. The one of the two popular words these days, the functional automation and process automation. So what is meant with these two things? So these days you may hear about the different types of automation like Selenium, Cypress, Playwright, QTP, JMeter, then Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere. Yes, these are all of things. These are different types of tools we used to hear. So what about all of these? So is everything the same? The nature of every software, what we are hearing is same. That we can discuss now. So traditional automation. So here the thing is the main motto of this particular automation, functional automation, is to validate the functionality. That's it. That means our motto here is the main motto of this type of validation is to validate, to test is that particular software is working fine or not against some conditions. That's it. The main motto of functional automation here is testing. That's it. So the all the tools, the Selenium, HP, UFT, RFT, Test Complete, these the Cypress, Playwright, Eggplant, yes, these all are the tools we are using for this one. These all are the functional testing tools. These are the functional testing. So here, by using these tools, just we are going to be validate the functionality. That's it. That's it. So again, if you see here in this functional automation, generally in test main mode of testing, while we are in a mode of testing if the software. So here functional automation is there. So how we are having the functional automation like that, we are going to be have non-functional automation. If that is the question, yes. Whenever you are going to be check the functionality, whenever you're going to be check the working of a particular software, then this functional automation is coming. So then when this non-functional things coming into the picture, the non-functional is a different scenario. Like non-functional is nothing, but here we are not going to be validate any kind of functional things. Like I have an application, just I used to develop a mail application, e- email application. So there, I supposed to be login, then I need to be compose an email, then I need to be send it. So our my motto, my validation completes when the mail what I sent is successfully received by the recipient. Then that's it. So here I'm going to be validating the entire functionality. Functionally, I'm talking about my validation, my testing is going to be focused on functionality of the application. After entering the valid username and password, login is successful or not. After clicking on the compose button, yes, it's opening a email dropping page or not. Yes. After dropping something and then click on send button, yeah, it's sent successfully or not. The mail what you sent is successfully displaying on sent items box or not. Then exactly the text what you send, the mail what you send is received by the recipients or not. The email is displaying on recipient's inbox or not. This is the functionality. Just like that, we have non-functionality also. When we are talking about the functionality, you may have a question like we have non-functional. Yes, so not a lot of non-functional things also there. So one of the main examples which are going to be a non-functional: performance testing, load testing, stress testing, scalability testing. These all are the things that are coming into the picture of non-functional testing. Like how many mails, like the server of that particular email is going to be some how many mails in a second, like how many logins in a second it supports. So what is the time delay? What is the latency in the network? These things, these things also we are going to be validated. So these all are not related to the functionality. So not related to functionality, we are not going to be validate anything related to functionality. Just we are going to be validate the response of a server and some other scenarios. Here, the latency, everything is going to be calculated. So these are all of things are non-functional. So here, this is functional testing. Then here you can see process automation. So here, the motto of an engineer is not to test. So while we are talking about the functional automation, here our motto is testing the functionality. But here, while we are talking about the process automation, here our motto is not the testing. Just we are automating a situation, automating a work, automating a process from end to end. That's it. Here our motto is not doing testing. Here our motto is end-to-end entire process automation. So these process automation tools most like are developed on top of AI, artificial intelligence. So these RPA tools you can see here, automation anyway, AI, Blue Prism, UiPath. Yes, these are the different types of. So most of the time, these process automation tools are developed on top of AI. That's why those are paid tools. So we are supposed to pay something for the license. Then, so what is an automation testing and why we need to do it? Obviously, obviously. What is an automation? Yes. So here, as I told earlier, we are using one software to validate the another software. That's it. So so the software which you are going to be used to test another software, yes, we are going to be use one software, right? To test another software that we used to call an automation tool. So what is the specialty of this particular automation tool? So here, automation tool, this automation tool is having a special property, like it can able to mimic the human behavior. Like what is the functional testing here? Generally, what we used to do in earlier days, like sign in is working or not. That means user supposed to be click on the username, supposed to be enter the username. So that username field is enabled or not. So username, even though username field enabled, is accepting the characters or not. Is you can type typeable there or not. Then you can able to enter the password or not. Then you can use that click on login button. That login button is enabled or not, you're supposed to click on it. These things. So these all the things, entering username and password, click on the sign in, going to the inbox page, clicking on the compose button. These all the things we used to do it manually. So here in functional automation, what exactly? So just like an end user, how the customer, how the end user are going to be work with your software, just like that. In a tester, as a test automation engineer, as a test engineer, as a test software engineer, you're supposed to be play with that. Just like an end user, you're supposed to be play with that. You're supposed to be validating all the corner cases. So we are creating a one external environment there, then we are validating all the corner cases. This is a thing used to happen in earlier days. Okay, that's fine. Then when your applications keep on developing, so see here, in testing, like all the features, like all the cases, we are not going to be validated every time. Some of the cases we are making them as smoke, some of the cases we are making them as a sanity, some of the cases we are making them as a recursion. So first we used to do the smoke testing. The smoke testing is nothing but very basic level of testing. So the smoke testing will define the software which are available for the testing is testable or not. That means the basic validation on that particular piece of software to make sure it's ready for the test. That is smoke test. Then sanity. So here, when we are going to do the sanity testing, the features what you developed, the features what you added, the key features of the particular application we are going to be validated in some deep manner. So lot of varieties of testing is there. Monkey testing is there, random testing or a monkey testing, exploratory testing. Different testings will be there. You can find them in internet as part of manual. Then another important one is regression testing. So here, what is meant by regression? As part of regression testing, like I'm developing an application, email application. So as of now, I developed a signing scenario, then inbox, sent items, draft. These things I can prepare well as of now. Then just I want to keep on adding some features. Yeah. So whenever you're trying to add a new feature, at the time of after adding that new feature to your existing application, you're supposed to be validate the adding of that new feature is not disturbing any of the existing scenarios. The adding of a new feature, the new code is not disturbing, not affecting the existing feature. Even though adding of the new feature, my existing features are working fine. That we are supposed to be validate every time. Whenever you're trying to add that new feature, yes, we are supposed to be validate. Yes, this feature is not disturbed. So that's why whenever you are adding a new feature, like sometime later, just I'm adding a new feature like uh, templates. Some templates will be there, like some predefined templates is there. Just I can call that templates and I can add that things into the my composing mail, or I can implement screensavers. I can implement a customized walls to my mailbox. So that's why I'm supposed to be very clear after adding that wall, the customized wall also. My inbox is not going to be affected. That customized wall is not going to be disturb any of my inbox features. It's not going to be change the position of any items. It's not going to be change the fonts. Yes, these all the things you are going to be. So whenever you're adding the new feature, you're supposed to be very clear. It's not going to be disturb any existing things. Yes, if that is the scenario, like whenever your application is keep on developing, Yes, if your application is very limited, it's for having a 2 3 pages of hardly 2 3 or like 5 6 features, limited features. Yes, it's not going to be have any future developments. It's not a big deal. Yes, hardly you will have a 50 60 scenarios which are supposed to be developed, which are supposed to be valid at the time of new feature. So adding of new feature is stopped there. Then no need to validate these things every time. That's fine. But when we are working with an application which are keep on developing based on the customer's requirements, as every time when you are adding that feature, you're supposed to be very clear. The adding of that feature is not disturbing us. Yes, we are supposed to keep on developing our product, right? To attract the customers, just like a WhatsApp, just like a Facebook. Keep on adding the developments, keep on adding the suggestions which are given by the end users. Yes, sometimes the softwares are keep on updating. Yes, we are supposed to update our application based on software things. Why? Because that application is supposed to be compatible for all the scenarios, all the versions of the software. Yes. So every time we are supposed to be validate all these scenarios. So as of now, we are having it's 5, 10, 6 pages. Then hardly you may have the 20 or 30 test cases. But whenever your application you keep on developing with a lot of features, that regression scenarios are keep on increasing. That's right. So as of now, where I'm working, we are having 800 scenarios as part of regression. So these 800 keep on increasing. For the next release, next month, we are going to be adding new feature. So along with that new feature test cases, this 800 become 810. Then next time we are going to be add 810 another feature next release. Every release, obviously we are going to be. So these things are keep on really increasing. At the same time, every time, for every release, we are supposed to be validate these 810 test cases constantly. The test cases what we are having, those things we are supposed to be execute. If your operation is going to be live for next 30 years, in the 30 years, in that every release, that means if a monthly release of every month, it's supposed to be validate these 830 test cases without any doubt. So the same work we are supposed to be do repeatedly. For that, why we have to reserve a human resource? Yes, if you are keeping a human resource for that one, after doing this same work for 3 4 months, obviously he's going to be tested. At the same time, doing the same work by the human being is going to be take much time. So if you automate those type of scenarios, which we are going to be repeatedly test, yes, it's going to be save your time and cost. It's going to be a 70 to 75% faster than the manual testing. Like wide test coverage, yes, each and every area we can able to cover it. There is no chance of human made mistakes. So that's why coverage will be very high and reliable. The results what we are getting from the automation is very reliable. So human intervention is not required. Increase the efficiency. The test what you write one time, those tests you can able to reuse whenever, like when we are having same level of scenarios. At the same time, how many times you want, you can able to run the test case frequently and thoroughly. In 5 days of release, in 5 days of regression. So my 800 test cases, if I ask someone to execute, some manual team to execute, a manual team of three members is there, just I ask them to execute, then they will take 10 days of time. Hardly if it is very like hectic, then sometimes it's 6 to 7 days. In the 7 days, if I automate that, then I can able to execute them minimum 5 to 7 times. So repeatedly, frequently, you can able to if it is bad automated. So more cycles of execution is going to be there, and it's very economy also. So that's why we are going to be automating. So for automating that, so we are going to be choosing the selenium. So why we have to choose? So what is the selenium? The same thing. Whenever you are trying to automate an application by software by using another software that is an automation, that another software what we are using to automate, using to test is selenium here. So selenium is having a special behavior, like it can able to having a special capability, like it can able to mimic the human behavior. That means how exactly that human can able to type, how exactly human can able to select the drop down, how exactly human can drag and drop. Yes, it can able to do just like that only. So in Selenium, you can see it's having four versions as of now. So initially, Selenium IDE coming into the picture. Selenium IDE is nothing but Selenium Integrated Development Environment. So area is a simple add-on for the Mozilla only. Then later is deprecated officially. Later they released again. Now you can able to add this add-on to the multiple browsers. You can able to record and playback the actions by using Selenium IDE. Just we can able to record the actions what exactly we are doing on browser. Then we can play back them as a simple add-on. Simple add-on. This is not require like heavy software to download and install. These things are not at all required. Just simple add-on. Then Selenium RC. Selenium RC is nothing but Selenium remote control. This is second version of Selenium. It's not there in market right now. It's no more. It's already deprecated. Then Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver, that is the thing we are going to be discussing as part of this course. So by using Selenium WebDriver, we can able to communicate with the browser directly. Then we can able to perform the actions as per the required. Then Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid is another version. We are going to be used as Selenium when we have to run a test case, when we have to perform a test case, perform a execution multiple platforms at a single time. So as part of this course, we are going to be discussing about the Selenium WebDriver. Then why I have to learn the Selenium only? Why? So obviously, why you are going to be learn the Selenium? It's popular and it's having a lot of openings. Why it's popular? What is the main reasons? One of the reason is open source. Even though the lot of competitors which are there, even the paid competitors also, like we who are charging for the installation, those also having some limitations. So like they are not going to support a multi-browser execution. Multi-browser execution is nothing but the script what you've written once, the same script you can able to execute in Chrome or IE or Opera or Mozilla, Edge, like that. But some softwares are not supporting these multi-browsers. So it's an open source one, first thing. Then it supports multi-browser. Then it supports multiple programming language implementation. Even though current days, some of the nearest competitors is there for the free warehouse in open source market also. But those softwares are not supporting multi-programming. Like in this course, we are going to be learn Selenium with Java, right? So that means Java is a binding language. We are using that to communicate with the Selenium to pass the comments to the Selenium, right? So just like Java, you can able to use the Python, C, C++, C Sharp for lot of things. Lot of other programming languages also supported by the Selenium. But while you are working with some other kind of tools, those are not going to be support all the things, all this programming language. Some of the softwares are having their limitations, like Cypress. Cypress is supporting only JavaScript and TypeScript. Protractor earlier, same thing. Protractor is supporting only JavaScript and TypeScript. Some other things they are supporting only C, C++ or C Sharp. Yes, like that we are having. But it's supposing a multiple programming languages at the same time, multi-operating system. The script what you written, the same script you can able to execute on the different platforms, like in Windows or Mozilla, sorry, in Windows or Linux or Mac or HP, like that. It supports multiple frameworks. So multiple frameworks. That's why what is meant by framework first. That things we can discuss later. At the same time, it's having a very larger user base, so that if you have any question, definitely you can able to identify the solution in internet very easily to develop the scripts on your own self. So these are some of the companies which are using Selenium. So just we can automate one scenario. How we can let me just give a minute. Just a minute, I'll share my screen. Yeah. So, see here, we are having this one of the side. This is for demo purpose. You can able to find this in the internet. So here, just I want to automate a scenario. Just I want to log in into this particular application by using the automation. By using the automation. So this is Eclipse. We are using it for the. This is Eclipse IDE. So here we are going to be write the code and we are going to be compile from here. So I want to automate that process as I want to automate the sign-in scenario. That means as for the, through the Selenium, I supposed to be enter the username, enter the password, and click on the sign. Then how I can enable? First thing, first we have to call the Selenium here. Selenium WebDriver we have. If you see here, just a minute. Yes, I'm calling the no, web. Just we are supposed to be create an object for our instance. So this is an interface. We are not allowed to call create an instance directly. So that's why we are going to be use a Chrome class. So what is meant by interface? So what is meant by object creation? These all don't worry about these things. These all things we are going to be. So driver, this is kind of alias name I assigned instead of. So I want to execute in Chrome. So you which browser you want. So as of now, I want to go with the Chrome. Yes, just I'm writing Chrome driver. Okay. driver equal to new comma. Now, just we can move here. I want to enter the username. Just anyone, please. If I give you this particular URL and then I ask you to validate the sign. So what is the manual actions we are supposed to do here? So manually, how you can able to validate it? Anyone, please. What are the manual actions required? So generally, so if I give a laptop and this URL to validate it, then how you can able to do it? The basic scenarios. First, just copy this URL first. I have to launch. If you want to launch, so when we are writing driver equal to new Chrome driver, it's going to be open a special new instance of Chrome where driver dot get method to launch the URL. So I'm giving this one. It's going to be enter the URL into that particular Chrome window. So it's going to be load. Then manually, if I ask you to enter the username, if I ask you to enter the username manually, how you can able to? Anyone please? How you can able to enter the username manually? Just we go there and we are clicking on it to make sure this field is enabled and we are entering there. Then we have to start typing, right? But how Selenium can Selenium is one thing. Selenium is not developed on AI. Selenium is not having any own intelligence. So Selenium is not able to do anything by its own intelligence, by its own decision. Just Selenium can able to follow the commands or things what you give, and that's it. So we are supposed to be ask Selenium to enter the username. Yes, before asking the Selenium. Yes, if you before asking anything to a Selenium, yes, you are supposed to give you two things mandatory. One thing, what is the action it's supposed to be do, and where exactly it's supposed to be do. Please deliver a letter. That means we are supposed to be give the letter, and we need to be write an address on that letter where it's supposed to be delivered. Right? Exactly. While we are asking Selenium to enter the username, Selenium is not having any its own intelligence. Intelligence is a but Selenium is not having any capability to take the decision based on their past experience. So by looking into this screen, by looking into this username field, yes, we are aware about the text fields. We are aware about the username. That's why we may thought it's a username field where I supposed to enter. So that's why we are going there and we are clicking it and we are started typing. But Selenium is not having anything past experience. Not only past, Selenium is not having any capability to take the decision based on the past experience or past knowledge. Then how Selenium can able to identify? Yes, we are supposed to be give the address of this particular username field and action what is supposed to be do. How I know what you are talking? Is this field is having any address? Exactly, exactly. If you feel like this entire page is a town, yes, in this town, each and every element is going to be have their own identification. Yes. If you want to know the identification of this particular field, just go there and right click on it, click on inspect. Yes, this is the tag which is representing this particular username field. That's why whenever I'm mouse hovering on this particular field, it's highlighting. You can observe that. So it's having three different attributes. So this we used to call as a tag name. Each and everything where it starts with a less than symbol. This is a tag. So the tag is going to be starts with less than symbol and ends with the greater than symbol. The initial word what you are having, this we used to call it as a tag name. This is the name for this particular tag. Then these all are the attributes. Class is an attribute, name is an attribute, placeholder is an attribute. Each and every attribute is going to be have their value. Class attribute values, name attribute values, username. Yes. So just I'm asking Selenium, please go and identify an element. Let me see first. There. Please find an element by using name attribute. Here it's having name attribute. Name attribute. What is the value of that name attribute that I copied from here? I copied it from here itself. Yes, please identify this one. After identifying that element, please enter the username. What is the username? Admin. Please enter username. So how I can ask Selenium to enter? Yes, we have a method that is called send keys. Send keys is a method to replace the type. So how whenever you are asking Selenium to send keys, that means it's just like how you are typing the key, how it's going to be enter the text, just like that. Okay. In double quote, you have to pass what is the text you want to enter. Okay. Yes. Let me keep some time wait here to observe. So just I'm asking to pause our program for each 5 seconds of every line of execution. This is in microseconds, that's why I'm making it as 5 seconds. It's 5,000 microseconds, that means 5 seconds. Then driver dot please find the element. I want to enter the password, right? Just go there. Go there to the password, right click on it, just go there, inspect. Yes, it's also having a name attribute as password. Yes, you can copy it. Hello, Selenium, please find an element by using name attribute as well this time. That is password. What I copied here exactly. What I copied from here. Password. Then after finding that, please enter the password. What is the password? Admin123. After entering, yes, I'm entering username and password. Then what I need to do? I need to click on this login button, right? Just again we have to insert this address. So there, right? See, it's having type attributes, it's having class attributes, lot of things is there. So this time I'm using export. This time I'm using it. This we is called as the XPath. XPath is nothing but XML path. This is another way of identifying an element located. So what is this? These things we are going to be discussed as part of our course. So I cannot say anything here. Then again, hello Selenium, please find an element. It said by using XPath. What is XPath? Yes, I copied there, right? And after identifying that, please click on it. We are having a click method. Please click on it. That's it. Just a minute. Yes. Click on it. That's it. So let me run this program first. Just click on run button. Yes, it's going to be launch a browser. You can observe that one. Now it's launching the URL. Yes. But you can observe here, this window is open in a smaller mode. It's not open in a full screen mode. Yes, we can make them. It's not a big deal. It's enter the username, it's enter the password, it's clicking on login. Yes, see here, it's logging to the application. Yes. Okay. It's opening in a minimal small screen mode, right? If you want to maximize, yes, we can. Click on run. Just you can observe here now. Yes, it's open, it's maximized, it's launching the URL, you can observe that. Yes. Website is loading. Yes. Now it's going to be enter username. Yes, it's entering password now. Not there. Yes, you can observe here. Enter the username and password is clicked on the sign in button. Yes, that's why it's here now. So in this way, we can able to automate. This simple way, how we just it's a demo, like how we can automating a simple scenario. So why Selenium? Yes, these are the things. It's having good support. Majority of the users in Java today's market. Still, even though some other programming languages are rising in market, still the existing applications, 90% of existing applications are running on Java only. So we have to learn the Java is mandatory for this one. Yes, we are supposed to be communicate with the Selenium. So we need to learn the Java. So how much Java is required? Yes, core Java is required for this one. Each and everything as part of this course, like while we are designing this course, we design for the people who are not having any kind of earlier programming background. So if you are not having any earlier programming background, also that's fine. So in this course, we are going to be start from how to install Java. From that point, we are going to be start. From very scratch level, we are going to be start the Java. So here we are going to be start from the installation and the class and objects and conditional state scenarios, while loops, statements, like arrays, threading, exception handling, collections. So these all the things, everything which is required for the Selenium, each and everything we are going to be discussed from very scratch and with programmatic examples. So in this course, yes, we are going to be starts with the Java. First 20 days, we are going to be discuss about Java only. Once we completed the Java, then only we are going to be jump into the Selenium. Then once the Selenium completed, then test NG, test NG. Then we are going to be design our own framework. So this course is intended for the people like who are not even the one if you are not having any of the earlier background, earlier programming background, then also it's not an issue. So we are going to be start from very basic level. It's not a big deal. So that is the structure of the program what we are going to be discussed as part of this course. So at the same time, like how we are going to be work with a Git, what are the commands we need, how to how to push and how to pull the code into the Git, everything, those things also we are going to be covered as part of this as part of this course. Yeah, so that is the thing, high level about this particular course. Yes, if you have any questions, yes, please. If anyone is having any questions, yes, please.
What is the duration of the course? I mean, how many weeks it
Yeah,
is for?
it's like that, 40 working days.
Uh-huh.
40 working days, 40 hours, 40 to
It's
40.
but okay, and that's but one thing I think it has to be more clear because you were not that audible.
Sorry,
Uh,
sorry, can you please?
your speech was not that audible or clear. So, like, we were not able to get the flow exactly.
Oh God. So the yeah, you're supposed to be informed that at that point itself, right? Might be an issue with my mindset. I can able.
No, no, no. I mean, I was able to get it, but I don't know about if it's a problem with, I mean, maybe you were too fast or,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. If that is a scenario, yeah. Today, I'm using some new headset. That's why I want to confirm with you people before starting the session. That's why a couple of times I used to ask. Yes, if
uh
that is a scenario, yes, it's not a big deal. It's simple. It's an issue with headset only.
yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Uh, yeah. Any more questions from anyone?
He can. No questions.
Yeah. Okay. If no more questions, yeah, that's it from my end for today. Thank you all then. Bye. Yes. Thank you all then. Bye. I will be
Thank
here.
you.
Yeah, I will be in call for the next couple of minutes. If you have any questions, just please. Yeah. No more questions, just please drop off. Thank you all. Bye.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
When onwards this class will start? I mean, this session will start. When
This-
onwards?
Yeah, most probably by coming Monday or next week. Like within 4 to 5 days, we are going to be start.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So about the class starting time and starting date and everything, career IT team will reach you. They will explain everything regarding the timings and everything.
Okay. About the timing and that fee also.
Yeah, everything they will discuss.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Kirit, any question? No, right. Thank you.